We live in a world of constant interaction, yet so much of human communication happens beneath the surface. True connection and influence depend not just on what is said, but on accurately interpreting the rich, silent language of any room. This involves moving beyond your own perspective to decode the hidden layers of group psychology, unspoken norms, and the subtle emotional currents that dictate the success or failure of every meeting, negotiation, and collaboration. The foundation of this skill is shifting from a self-centric to a group-centric mindset. In any social setting, people are not isolated actors but part of a temporary, dynamic system with its own rules. Before seeking to contribute or lead, one must first become an observer. This means consciously quieting your internal monologue, your agenda, your anxieties, your next brilliant point, to open your senses to the environment. Who holds the real authority, not just the title? Where are the alliances and tensions? What is the collective mood? Is it cautious, playful, resistant, or eager? This initial diagnostic phase is not passive, it is the active, critical work of gathering the data upon which all subsequent actions depend. A key element of this silent language is understanding the delicate balance between inclusion and influence. Every group has gatekeepers of attention and gatekeepers of belonging. The former are often obvious, the formal leader or the loudest voice. The latter are more subtle, the respected veteran, the trusted confidant, the cultural heart of the team. To read a room effectively, you must identify both. Attempting to exert influence without first earning a degree of inclusion is often perceived as disruptive or arrogant. Simple, genuine acts of connection, acknowledging others' contributions, mirroring group energy appropriately, asking thoughtful questions that build on the existing conversation, signal that you are a collaborator, not just a broadcaster. This builds the social capital necessary for your ideas to be heard later. Beyond individual roles, groups operate on shared, often unspoken, protocols. These are the rules of engagement that govern how decisions are made, how conflict is handled, and how credit is assigned. Is this a culture where the best argument wins in open debate, or where consensus is quietly built inside conversations before a meeting? Does the group value data-driven precision or visionary storytelling? Misreading these protocols is a common source of friction. The individual who charges ahead with detailed spreadsheets in a room operating on big-picture principles will create disconnect, just as the vague idealist will frustrate a detail-oriented team. Adapting your communication style to align with these protocols, without sacrificing your core message, is the art of fluent social translation. Perhaps the most challenging dynamic to navigate is conflict and tension. These rarely announce themselves with shouting matches. Instead, they manifest in averted gazes, prolonged silences after certain comments, carefully worded diplomatic language, or subtle alliances forming against a proposal. Reading these cues allows you to address the root cause rather than the surface symptom. It might mean reframing a contentious point to acknowledge the unspoken concern, giving space for a dissenting voice to be heard safely, or even strategically pausing a discussion that has hit an invisible wall of resistance. The goal is not necessarily to eliminate tension, productive conflict is vital, but to understand its source and channel it constructively, preventing it from poisoning the group's atmosphere. Ultimately, the ability to read the room transforms your presence from being merely asterisk in asterisk a group to being asterisk of asterisk the group. It enables you to build bridges of empathy, anticipate needs and concerns before they become obstacles, and tailor your leadership approach to the unique human ecosystem in front of you. This skill turns chaotic social complexity into a navigable landscape. It is the difference between forcing your way through a conversation and flowing with its current, steering it gently toward shared understanding. In professional and personal realms alike, those who master this silent language don't just communicate better, they connect more deeply, lead more effectively, and build the authentic, resilient relationships that are the true currency of a successful life.